Hey everybody, happy Friday.
Cheers to Friday.
We were sorry that we weren't here last weekend, but we're back now and we have new shirts, along with stories and pictures about the new shirts, which we will share with you after a very brief market update. And if you're here with us this evening, thank you. Please share in the comments what part of San Diego you're in, or what part of the world you're in, and what you're up to this weekend.
What's going on?
What's going on? Are we ready for our 1 minute market update?
1 minute market update.
Okay, let's see. Oh, well, hopefully I'm ready for the market update. What am I doing here? Oh, okay, this and this.
I really think I should give a disclaimer.
Okay, go ahead with your disclaimer before I turn this timer on.
The reason we were off the air last Friday is that I've been sick last week. Not so much this week, but I still have a cough.
It's John's fault too. He went to a party and all the friends got sick.
Yes, that's what happened. And it hit me pretty hard. So that's what I've been dealing with. And it gets worse when I talk. So I'm going to try and get through the market update with a somewhat low voice so as not to launch myself into a coughing fit.
Well, hopefully that Manhattan you're drinking will help.
Let's hope so.
All right, are you ready? Here, take a sip and then I'll turn on this timer. You ready now?
Yes.
Okay, go. Oh, no, sorry, false start. There we go, okay.
All right, so this week in San Diego real estate, the number of homes for sale went down because the number of new listings was down slightly and pendings were up slightly. So that is keeping the number of homes for sale below 3,000. We were trending up, and for the first week in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we are down, but not by that much. So that's what's going on with inventory. And then rates, of course, down slightly this week. Still high, but down slightly. And let's hope that this keeps trending in that direction, because that would make things better for buyers and it would bring more sellers out of the woodwork, which we desperately need in this market to tamp down pricing and help buyers have more inventory. So that's what's happening.
All right, well, that was 1 second over, but still pretty close. Okay, now let's turn this timer off. Let's get out of here. And let's talk about our trip to Lake Arrowhead, where we sort of got these shirts. You did get the shirts in Lake Arrowhead, but they didn't. Well, I don't know if we should tell that part.
Well, okay, I don't have a problem telling. Well, maybe I physically have.
Theoretically, you don't have a problem.
I theoretically don't have a problem telling about the shirts because we were in Lake Arrowhead and
we were in Lake Arrowhead and we were in the village shopping for shirts. And the shirts were like $30.
$35.
$35 for a t-shirt, which, I guess it's a nice shirt, so maybe it's worth it. So then we tried to go to the CVS to find less expensive shirts because often CVS will have, destination shirts for a lower price. But they didn't have any. They just had regular shirts. So then you went on Amazon and found Lake Arrowhead shirts for us for like, what, $14?
$14.95 a piece. And frankly, I like these designs better than anything they had.
Yeah, we've got the village on mine and, a mountain scene on yours.
Mountain scene, like an 80s. This is sort of an 80s sort of a logo that you might find on an 80s t-shirt.
So we did purchase the shirts in Lake Arrowhead, but not from...
Right, I was on Amazon while I was in Lake Arrowhead.
But we did support the local economy,
Big time.
So we stayed at the Lake Arrowhead Resort and Spa, which was quite lovely. This was the view from the boys' room here. You can see the pool, and there's like a beach down here. And there's you and John. And
yes.
Some people in the hot tub. We didn't go in the hot tub or the pool, but there were people there, and they looked like they were pretty well heated.
Hey, that pool was warm.
Yeah. All right. Here is a breakfast. I had like a peach waffle that was good. You had some kind of country.
It was potatoes, eggs, biscuit, and gravy.
All right, here's some.
Sorry.
We went to the village.
Sorry, folks.
And there were a lot of trout and ducks in the water. Look at all those trout.
That's a lot of big fat trout right there. Even the yellow one, apparently, those are also trout.
Now, I thought that was a koi, but
So did
then
I.
we went on a boat ride, and
Captain Pat said they were trout.
he also said a lot of stuff I'm pretty sure wasn't true, and he was just pulling our legs.
Yes,
So
that's
this is
true.
either some kind of yellow koi or something, or it's actually a yellow trout. I don't know.
It's some kind of golden trout, but
So
Captain Pat drives this
yeah.
riverboat
So
looking thing.
you and I went on the riverboat. The kids decided to not go on the riverboat with their parents, and they just wandered around the village on their own.
And that was fine because
Yeah.
it's like $35 a piece anyway. So-
Right. So everybody enjoyed the afternoon in their own way. This is Captain Pat.
it's
What
the
was
back
it?
of
The
Captain
Lake
Pat's.
Arrowhead Queen.
Yeah.
And here is a little bit of footage from the boat tour. There are a lot of really nice homes in fact, it's mostly nice homes fronting the water there. It's a private lake, and
Yeah.
all the homes are like millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Although there were condos, maybe the condos were only like $2 million.
That's right. Yeah, there were some condos that were 1.9 million. But yeah, this is a private lake, and it's owned by the Lake Arrowhead HOA.
Yes. All right. And there's some glare from the window here, but here's some of the homes. They're building one here. It looks like it's going to be it's like 4 levels. Probably
Yeah.
some of that is deck or porch. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then these ones over here, I don't know how much you can see, but the fronts were all they're doing a bunch of construction on the fronts because apparently when were the big snows? Was that
Last year.
Yeah, last year with the big
Snowmageddon.
Snowmageddon. The decks accumulated so much snow that the weight of it actually broke the fronts off a couple of these houses.
Yeah.
So they're working on them now.
A lot of work going on these houses. And these lots are actually only like 5,000 square foot lots. So they just terrace the houses up the side of the hill there. And yeah, these are all, he was pointing out Sammy Hagar's house, Mark Harmon's house, all these fancy
I'm trying to think of some more.
entertainment and rock and roll types.
The dude from Disney.
Yeah, Michael Eisner.
Right.
Yeah. All kinds of very wealthy people own homes on Lake Arrowhead.
Here's you and John back at the resort. They had a little private beach there. So dudes at the beach. Most of the boats were either put up in storage or they were wrapped up in these, I don't know what this is made
Yeah,
of.
because I don't think maybe we did mention it was cold. It wasn't just cold, it was really cold.
Cold AF.
Which was excellent for my cough. I didn't want to ruin the trip, so I sucked it up and I went. John did all the driving.
Oh yeah, that was good. I'll put it back here. We had our own private chauffeur. It was a little weird because the kids were up front, John was driving, and we were sitting in the back. So it was kind of like we were being chauffeured.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether to be offended that we were riding in the back of our own car or feel like we're, being chauffeured, by a
I
person.
chose to feel good about it because I didn't have to drive.
Yeah. All right. So we went to a few restaurants. This one was good. It was actually in Blue Jay, which is nearby.
Yep.
It was Pajaro Azul.
Yes.
So this was my burrito, and it was good.
That was a good Mexican restaurant.
I also have a chicken sandwich story, which maybe it's not that interesting, but I'm going to tell it anyway.
It's going to be a fascinating story, and I want you to tell it.
So our daughter likes chicken sandwiches, just like, Chick-fil-A style chicken sandwiches, where it's like, a breaded chicken piece and then, it's in a bun with maybe some lettuce. So I was looking for something like that on the menu because she's not so much into Mexican food. And they had a chicken burger. So I was hoping it would be like a chicken sandwich.
Yes.
So I asked the waitress to tell me about the chicken burger. And she looked really confused, like she'd never heard of the chicken burger before. So then she called over this other guy who was also a server.
The old guy, yeah.
Yeah, and she asked him.
He was like the host.
Right. She asked him about the chicken burger, and he seemed equally confused. But they both also seemed intrigued by the chicken burger.
They did.
So they both went back into the kitchen and were asking the cooks or the chef or whoever was back, whatever their title was back there. And they were back there for quite a while.
And I heard him talking, and I don't speak a lot of Spanish, but I did understand the chef to say, basically, it's a breaded chicken cutlet.
So they came back, and yeah, it sounds like basically, a chicken sandwich on a bun.
Yep.
Pretty much what we were looking for. So we ordered that, and then it came out, and the host dude was hanging around, and he wanted to see like what it looked like. So we were showing him the sandwich, And, you know, it was pretty much, it was just a chicken sandwich. And then like 5 minutes later, he seats these other people right across from us. And I was kind of watching just out of the corner of my eye, and he was asking, or they were asking him for recommendations. And he gets out his little book and he looks down at them and he says, I really like the chicken burger. Dude, you didn't even know it existed until like 5 minutes ago. Anyway, the food was good and we enjoyed the service.
And we helped them discover their own menu.
Yes. Okay, is that enough about Lake Arrowhead? Do you have anything else to say?
I don't have anything else to add.
Okay. Let's move on to some movie reviews. And I don't know that we've ever done a movie review, but we have a couple of them. So we went this afternoon to the Angelica and Carmel Mountain to see the new Ghostbusters movie.
Yes.
All four of us. And
Yes.
it was actually pretty good.
I was not expecting it to be good.
It's spring break and we were trying to show our kids a good time. And, you know, we figured new Ghostbusters movie, you know, give it a shot. But it was pretty good.
It was. I was not expecting much, but it was actually good. I'm like Paul Rudd and Ghostbusters, but what Paul Rudd didn't bring to the movie, Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, and I'll be damned if I can remember the third guy's name, the actor who plays Winston.
Oh, I don't. I want to say Ray Parker Jr., but
that's
not
the guy who
him.
made the song.
Right. Okay.
Scroll down.
Ernie Hudson.
Yes. Ernie Hudson.
Yes, Ernie
Thank
Hudson. Yeah. Anyway, it was good that they brought the original folks back.
And then the original jerk from the original Ghostbusters movie was now the mayor.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, we probably shouldn't give it away.
Okay. Anyway, it was good. Tip though, if you're trying to go to the Angelica right now, their app is all messed up. And like they had double sold our seats, which was weird because I tried to check in and they had to get the manager and, you know,
And it was even weirder because there were only 2 other people in the entire theater besides the 4 of us.
Yeah, somehow they had double booked our seats, even though like they only sold like 6 tickets to the show. But anyway, the one thing I was hoping for is that there would be a new really cool theme song, because for the first 2 we had the Ray Parker Jr., which I'm sure you are all familiar with.
I am afraid of no ghost.
And I actually only recently, I thought that was Huey Lewis in the News until recently.
It's because he wrote a song that he wound up getting sued for that's just like that song.
And then was it the second one that they had the Bobby Brown song for?
Yes.
And that was good too, On Our Own. That was a good one. I was hoping they would come out with a new song, and they didn't. They just used the Ray Parker Jr. song again.
At the very end,
Yeah.
yes.
So I was trying to think of who might have been good if they had had a new one. I thought maybe Snoop Dogg would be good. So I asked Gemini to write a song for Snoop Dogg.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
And Gemini actually came up with a pretty good one.
So AI has written you a Ghostbusters theme by Snoop Dogg.
That's right.
Okay.
And I was going to ask...
Frickin' AI.
I was going to ask you to drop this joint because you're more musically inclined than I am, but also it might make you cough. So I don't know if you want to give it a try or you just want me to do it, but it's actually not bad.
So you want me to try to rap this song? This was unexpected.
But you don't have to.
Let's see. Yo, city on lockdown, something ain't right. Ghost in the streets, slipping through the night. PK, eat meter spiking, hear the sirens wail. Ghostbusters rolling up, never gonna fail. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. West Side.
We ain't afraid, no slimmer, no ghoul, no shade. Proton pack strapped ready for the raid. Busting ghosts from the hood to the penthouse suite. Ghostbusters on the scene, can't be beat. D.O. double. Thanks, Gemini. That's something. That's really something.
Okay, but that's not bad, right?
No, that's,
Yeah,
I mean, why do I even bother trying to write my own songs? I should just, give up and tell AI to, all right. Nice.
Here's what's happening in my life right now. Write me a song. Write me a song. So another movie that we saw recently, Ricky Stenicki with John Cena.
Yes.
And we were looking for a movie. I'm going to reload this so it starts this thing again. Okay. So we were looking for a movie for family movie night because we do that every Saturday. And we're kind of running short on ideas. So we see this on Prime, Ricky Stenicki with John Cena. And we're like, oh, this looks kind of stupid, but, let's watch it anyway. It was actually really good. I really enjoyed it. And it was
funny.
stupid, but
yeah, it was stupid
funny.
and funny.
Yeah.
John Cena's good.
I wouldn't watch, it's definitely not something you would probably want to watch with
No one under 14.
Yeah, or maybe you wouldn't want to watch it with your mom, or there's
Yeah.
some stuff in it that's pretty, a little bit
Raunchy.
raw. But
Yeah.
yeah, Ricky Stenicki, I would recommend it for sure.
Definitely.
Okay, so let's talk about weekend events. Now, it's Easter weekend, and a lot of the stuff is Easter themed, like Easter egg hunts. And I don't know what's going to happen because we're supposed to have the atmospheric river coming through.
It's really kind of supposed to be like tonight and tomorrow.
We'll look at the weather afterwards and assess.
Well,
but
I've sort of been, because we just closed a house today and the clients are moving in over the weekend. I feel bad for them because tomorrow's going to be rough. Or supposedly.
maybe they'll get lucky and it'll be,
I think like a lot of these other atmospheric river things and storms, a lot of it goes to the north of us. San Diego gets, obviously earlier this year, San Diego got hammered, no doubt about it. So that was bad. But it's not really the norm when you hear about these regional events. And the low pressure is coming down from the north, and it's joining some moisture coming up from the south. I need a green screen for this.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead here.
Okay.
You're talking about weather, so I'm gonna skip ahead to weather. That was just a bunch of Easter egg hunts and stuff.
Oh, well, we can go back and talk.
That's not important. People
You
can
guys
look for
don't want to go
themselves.
do an Easter egg hunt.
Especially not in the thunderstorm.
Right. So anyway, the low pressure's cycling down from the north, and the center of that is really going to be over, out off the coast of like southern central California. A lot of weather rotating around that, and the warm air coming up from the south will join it and create a lot of rain. And supposedly here in San Diego, it's going to be rainy, and I do believe it'll be rainy, but I don't know that we're going to get the massive event that's been predicted or not.
All right, well, here's what they're saying for Sunday.
Where is this? Oh, rain showers in the evening, becoming more intermittent overnight. Yeah, I guess we'll see.
We'll see. All right, well, maybe the egg hunts will have to move indoors, or I don't know, but we'll figure it out.
Well, ours are old enough we can just be like, here's some candy.
Have some candy. Yeah. Would you like some money as well?
Hey, what do you want from me? You want money out of my wallet? Okay, here you go.
All right. So, we have a new CMR drone video. And for those of you who might be new, there's a lot of development going on in Carmel Mountain Ranch. So for about the past year or so, we've been having our drone guy fly over every 2 months or so to get some footage of what's going on.
Yes.
So I'm not going to play the whole thing, but just some highlight clips. Let's go. Okay, well there's kind of a.
That's been the same.
Do you want to do this because you're the community council chairman and you know more than I do? And if you mouse over these, it says what units they are.
Well, this unit 11, you get Ted Williams Parkway out here. This is Ferncrest Place over here. This has been kind of the same for a long time. And then over here on the south side of Ted Williams, in the Walden neighborhood, not much going on over here at all. But city's gonna put a neighborhood park in there. And then if we jump over here to, let's see, where does it get interesting? That's gonna remain open. Still looking for, okay, so here is where the biggest, flattest park is gonna go. This is
We used to live sorry to interrupt, but we used to live in that, people can't see where I'm pointing.
We used to live over here. Anyway, Eastbourne Neighborhood Park, and then you can see this is the Jasmine development.
They're really putting those up fast, and I already saw some of those online for sale. They're selling them.
$915,000 to start. These are condominiums or townhomes anyway.
If it's really important to you to have a brand new condo, then they're $915,000, around in there. But
that's where they're starting. Yes.
Yeah, if it's not important for you to have it brand new, you could get a lot more house for your money.
Absolutely. So anyway, that's what's happening there. It looks like they've got 2, 4, 6, 8 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 buildings that are going to be here total. And I think, okay, so then unit 17 over here behind the library is still just kind of scraped bare, nothing going on like it's been for a long time. And then if you jump up here to unit 9, this is where the CMR clubhouse still is. This was supposed to come down in December and hasn't come down yet. And then as you can see, some buildings going up over here, buildings going up over here on unit 1. And then eventually they're going to tear this down. It'll be like a open space park type community center thing.
I feel sad about the clubhouse. It's always it's kind of been a gem of the community. But
I feel sadder for these people who used to look out at an open space, and now this. I mean, this is built up higher than all of this. So these people that used to just look out across an open space are now looking up into these.
And all these people are looking down into their backyard.
Yeah, it's a real first world type of problem, but it's still. So then over here, this is Shoal Creek Drive and Windcrest Lane coming down here. They're starting to put up, you can see buildings starting to go up here. This has been scraped bare and nothing on it yet. And then this is Rancho Carmel Drive over here. Let's see, let's jump ahead. Obviously I-15 here. This is going to remain open. This is Chikorita Creek over here. Very interesting open space. Trail in here is pretty cool, and Chikorita Creek flows down and empties into Penasquitos Creek, which is actually quite spectacular. There is a lot of water in Penasquitos Creek and Chikorita Creek, not only right now, but year round.
That whole watershed is really interesting
It
too,
is.
all the way down to the ocean.
You can follow this down. You can follow this turns into Sabre Springs Parkway. And then if you get down here where Chikorita pours into Penasquitos Creek off of Poway Road there, if you hike around here, you will see stuff that...
There's a cat here in my drink.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, I don't think it's your fault.
You'll see stuff that'll blow your mind that you will just never see from the car and never even believe was there. It's really interesting to hike through here and then along Penasquitos Creek. Trying to hike the watersheds around here. Very interesting.
Well, let's skip ahead to the last flyover of, well, I guess you could skip ahead to whatever you want. But.
Well, I was just about to say it seems my cough has gone away, so now
it was the drink.
I'm finding my voice again.
Okay.
All
our problems are
I am
over now.
trying to get Lennar to buy off on an idea that I have to put informational placards about the watershed and about the Kumeyaay who used to inhabit this watershed.
And they recently did something very similar. What's that new park in Mission Valley?
Mission Trails Park? No, Mission River Park.
Yeah, the
San
River
Diego.
Park, and
Yeah.
they did what you're talking about with the placards
Yes.
about the Kumeyaay and.
Yes, and my good friend Matt up in Humboldt County was the lead architect on a project for the Eureka Zoo. It's actually a skywalk, which we've shown you pictures of. The informational placards along that skywalk further inspired me to push this idea. So anyway, we'll see if that ever happens. But this is where there's going to be 125 quote-unquote affordable apartments right here, the Carmel Mountain Ranch Community Center, and a completely unrelated project here. This is the Alante. We call it the Tower. This is going to be a 4-story, 50-unit building. So
It used to be the Park and Ride.
it used to be a park and ride that the city of San Diego sold to a developer, sweetheart deal, sold it to him for $625,000. He developed the plan, which the city then approved. Then he turned around and sold the project unbuilt for $2.2 million.
It would seem like the city could have gotten a better deal and somehow found a way to fix some streets with the money or something. I don't know what they did, but there's a lot of, I don't know, guys.
The city really stuck it to us on this one, and they gave this developer a real sweetheart of a flip. Mm-hmm. And it just laid it out for him on a...
And that's not an isolated incident either,
No.
but I don't know that we should get into that right now.
No, it's city politics and it's all bullshit, but whatever. So anyway, right between here and here, that's 200 200 new apartments just right here. And there's some condos right here that empty onto Rancho Carmel Drive.
There's going to be a lot of traffic right there.
And they claim the city did all these traffic studies, but guess when they did them? They did them during the pandemic.
When there was no traffic, everyone was at home.
So it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. But, you know, if you argue against any of this kind of stuff...
You're a NIMBY.
That's right.
Yep.
You're a NIMBY. I kind of seem to... I think of myself more as a lover of nature and open space, but maybe that makes me a NIMBY.
Well, it's hard to reconcile being like a conservationist and environmentalist with being a YIMBY who, you know, is all about more housing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how you do that.
Well, they do it because the city and the state and the developers sell young people on the idea that if more gets built, housing will be cheaper. However, that idea has been put into test over the last 140 years. And
you all saw the pricing on those condos. That's not affordable for most people.
And affordable housing is all rentals, which nobody, I mean, you benefit.
Nobody's owning a piece of the land and you know building equity.
It gives folks a place to live, but it does not help them own property. And what I really wanted
it puts money in the pockets of the developers.
Yes, and then the corporations that wind up owning those buildings, which are, you know, just shell corporations for the developers. Anyway,
we're probably getting a little bit too
I
political.
I wanted to see the city requiring deed restricted affordable housing so that maybe a teacher, a firefighter, a police officer, that could actually buy a piece of Carmel Mountain Ranch. Because we were lucky enough to buy years ago when it was, you know, we were able to, which we could not do now unless we somehow made a whole bunch more money. So anyway, that's what's...
We've probably gone on too long.
Yeah, I think we've probably droned on.
Let's skip ahead to the last flyover, like the last chunk, I think. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, okay.
So this is...
Oh, this is like down low.
Yeah, he went down low over Unit 8. So yeah, down low, and now we're going to fly across Shoal Creek Drive and up Unit 7, which is going to become Shoal Creek Park. Nice.
They all have these catchment basins too, which I didn't realize was a thing for construction until we've been watching this happen.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how that gets filled in. Like they're not always just going to have an open pit there, so I don't know.
No, they fill it in with gravel and rock, and it will be sort of a fenced in low spot.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it all drains into the city sewer.
All right. Well,
so here's a nice low flyover of what will become a park. And these
you were responsible for saving this rock outcropping right here.
Yeah, but they're gonna.
It kind of looks sad now.
Yeah, they're gonna still take it. They're still gonna take it. That's another Cumier relic that should have been left alone.
They were supposed to leave some trees here, and they didn't.
No, they took 22 trees that they shouldn't have, and they're gonna have to replant some.
You can't really replant a tree that big, though. I mean, you can't take a big mature tree and get a new one and put it in there. It's not gonna do well. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Yep. All right. Well, we droned on about that for a while.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We talked about. Okay.
Well, actually, we're not sorry because some of you are watching because you want something to watch, and we just gave you 10, 15 minutes more content.
It's hard to find things to watch sometimes.
It is.
All right, let's go to Idaho, where a man has broken the Guinness World Record for putting on 10 t-shirts in 5.03 seconds.
This is an industrious fellow.
Okay. Now, I think that we could do this. If we really set our minds to it and practiced, we could break this record.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, well, hang on. I'm gonna put on his video. And it's 4 minutes long, so we're not gonna watch the whole thing, but I'm just going to skip ahead to the part where he actually attempts it. And he has to do a couple of attempts because they have some, different difficulties. Let's see, desktop audio. Okay, let's bump this up. Okay, here we go.
The attempt.
Hey there folks, it's David Rush going after the Guinness World Records title for the fastest time to put on 10 t-shirts. Guinness minimum 20 seconds, I'm shooting for 15.5. Here we go.
So on the day of the attempt, it took me 3 tries to break the record because I'd practiced so much. The first time, well, it was actually a false start. I think the stopwatch started before the person said go.
3, 2, 1, go.
The stopwatch has started before go. I heard the click before go. Okay.
The second time, the first t-shirt caught on my other shirt. That was a psychological barrier right there. One t-shirt messed it up going on. I know if I don't make that simple mistake, I'm gonna be able to crush this record.
3, 2, 1, go.
Third attempt, I was halfway through when one of the t-shirts got caught on my head. My head didn't go through the hole, so I was stuck there looking like a ghost because I couldn't get my head through. Fourth attempt.
3, 2, 1, go.
I wonder if it matters what color the shirts are.
I think you should have to just keep going. If your head gets caught, on top of it's slippery anyway. It's all falling. So just
This is pretty good, but I feel like I could do this.
this doesn't really seem like a skill.
15.03.
Come on!
Got the 10 t-shirts down in under 15 seconds. And that is a Guinness World Records title getting me one step closer to holding the most. Make sure to hit like, subscribe, enable notifications, follow along on my journey of holding the most Guinness World Records.
Like, share, subscribe.
Well, I guess I can't be too critical of the guy. YouTube is giving us all a platform, so good job, t-shirt guy.
Good job, dude. That was fast. It's fastest in the world, apparently.
Yeah, you're the fastest t-shirt putter-oner guy in the world. Never mind
So
that
far.
there's people out there who are spending their entire day trying to find entertaining content to bring the people and actual information and stuff. He's probably got a lot more subscribers than we do.
Probably a lot more views and likes and shares.
But
Okay.
at the same time, if you look at a hyper-local situation, we're
I
doing
bet
all
he
right.
doesn't have any Carmel Mountain Ranch drone videos.
Probably not. Probably not.
All right.
Sorry.
What now?
I don't know. Was there anything else?
No.
Oh, well, I guess maybe that's the end of the show for today.
The shirt. Let's appreciate the shirts one more time.
Indeed.
Nice shirts. Yes.
Lake Arrowhead. Get up there.
It's good,
Check it
yeah.
out. It's
Good
nice.
spot. California mountain spot.
And it's only an hour and 55-minute drive.
Yeah, it's an easy drive as far as California mountain destinations
Yeah.
go. So I think we'll probably be back again.
It's only like the last 20 miles that's mountain driving, and the rest of it is pretty much interstate. So a worthwhile destination where we had not been before, but will go again.
Yes. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful Easter weekend celebrating with family or friends or whoever you like to celebrate with. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Happy Easter weekend. See y'all later.